Good morning, traders, and this is your Dax day trade setup for today. So, starting off with the daily. Getting a bit ahead of myself. So we are, as far as I'm concerned, in a range. Okay, we've been there for 2 months now. We had November and December that were in the range, and we've had this rejection off the bottom of the range on the daily. Okay, so for me at the moment, there are way too many bars in this range. Let's count how many there are. So there's 40 bars in this range. So as far as I'm concerned, it is a range, but it's got a 50-50 chance of breaking either way. Okay, so you're going to have to be fairly careful about what you do. So the US market did have a bit of a rally yesterday. US and the Dax didn't really follow through. Kind of had a rejection off the bottom, but it didn't really follow through. There's nothing to read into the strategy at the moment because we are all over the place. It doesn't matter which moving average strategy you're using, you're going to be up and below the moving averages, which is going to indicate that you have a range. Okay, so nothing to read in on the daily. Yeah, a break above does open this measured move up, and this measured move would be from the bottom here to there. That's a good 1,400 odd points. Okay, a break to the downside, I think would pretty much open up a retest of 12509. Before we go any further, I just want to double check where the 50 moving average is. Okay, so we are bouncing off the daily 50 moving average at the moment. Okay, so if we just get onto the 4-hour, I'm going to have a quick look at what the bigger picture is here. You can see we had the gap down. We came down. We sort of found some support down the bottom here, which is pretty much where these fractals are. We have a double bottom here, and we have a crossover of the stochastics at the moment. Okay, this is an indication that there's a trend change. And you can see what happened the last time we had an engulfing bar here. We had a trend at the top of the range. We've got another engulfing here. So I suspect we're going to have a similar scenario. So we do have this gap, but we've got another bigger gap to the upside as well at top of range. So that to me is the scenario I see playing out right now. If we get down to the hour, you'll see we have had an attempt at a rejection off the moving averages. We've broken through. Oscillators are grouped to the upside, indicating we need some kind of a pullback, and this is a V reversal at the moment. So, and V reversals are rare, so you just must be wary of that. There could be a pretty deep pullback. Okay, but I suspect what's going to happen is we're going to close this gap first. Gap. So what I suspect is we're going to close that gap. Just want to see what's happening with the futures market now. We're up 0.3%, 13,179. So that gap is closed at the moment. Okay, so I suspect when the market opens, we'll be up in this area. Maybe some consolidation, and then a continuation, or consolidation and a break to the downside to come and test the lows again. Okay, so V reversals are rare. Here you can see pretty much a micro double bottom, not a V reversal. Another double bottom here. You can see another double bottom here, there. Another double bottom there, whereas this was a massive fall to the downside, inside bar, and a rally. So that's a V reversal, and V reversals are pretty much rare. It's normally a retracement. There's a retracement there. Okay, so just keep that in the back of your mind. Let's get to both charts now. Right, so if you look at the 12-minute, you can see how you had the retest of the breakout. Okay, and the breakout was pretty much this area here. Okay, so we had the gap down, had the retest of the breakout, inside bar, there's your entry, stop above that bar, trend is down, and down you go. Price action, inside bar, engulfing, that's a double bottom pattern, potential for a reversal. You also bottom of a bigger range, long there, stop below here, and you would have still been in on that trade, so the trend is still up at the moment. So I suspect what we're going to get is, firstly, this gap should close, okay? Then what I want to see is I want to see this hold, okay? And how I'm going to do that is by, let me just maximize this here, because these fractals are relatively small. So there's no fractal to the upside at the moment. So there is the actual fractal there. There's no other fractal. So we've broken the fractal to the upside. So for me at the moment, these are my stop areas. So stop area is 13,120, maybe a bit more than that. Let's say 13,115. Okay, that's my stop area for my moves to the upside. And I'm looking for, I would say, top of range, so this top gap to close. Maybe not in one day, maybe in a day or two, but I'm also wary of this pullback. Okay, so if this level here breaks of 13, yeah, so 13,120 breaks or 13,115 breaks, then you're looking for a retest of the lows here. Okay, and then I'd feel more comfortable with. Give me a double bottom here for another entry long. Okay, but this could be the start of a reversal. It's anything's possible at the moment. Okay, so for me at the moment, I'm looking for longs to the top of the range. Okay, but you just need to be very cautious. If we just move across to the Ichimoku quickly, I don't think it's going to give us anything because of the fact that we are in a range. So at 12 minutes, you can see trend is very clearly to the upside. Okay, green cloud broken through price, Kijinson and Dickinson pointing up to the upside, price above it, and running away. If we start moving through the other time frames, if you look at the half hour, we've got a twist, we've got a crossover, and we've moved through price here. But we are bottom of cloud, and we've got some deviation from Kijinson and Dickinson. So I'm expecting some resistance in this area. It'll be a bit clearer here. We're only just starting to get the crossover, and it's the only bullish signal on the hour. Everything else is bearish at the moment. So you can see what's going to happen here. Close the gap, bounce off the cloud down, probably come and close the opening gap, and then maybe through the cloud. That's one option. Other option is bounce off here, back down to the bottom to come and visit the bottom. Okay, and if you look at the 4 hour, although I'm not going to read too much in this because we're up and above the cloud for some time now, but we do have a bearish cross here. Oscillators are indicating that there is potential for a move to the downside. Okay, but yeah, it's just because we've been up and above the cloud for so long here. Take it with a pinch of salt. I think rather trade the range until we get a proper direction going. And on the daily, we have rejected the cloud. So we've come across to the cloud. We've rejected the cloud. Everything is still bullish, except for Chikuspan is in price. But I think the logical thing to do is trade this thing back to the upside. And remember, we still have the all-time highs that we haven't really tagged. So you see on the weekly, look what's happened the last couple of weeks. It's a lot of indecision. Okay. So that's a lot of barbed wire. We shouldn't actually be trading on this because of the barbed wire. But what I do like about the setup is moving averages moving to the downside. And if we just come back to the strategy on the weekly, okay, we're still pretty much overbought at the moment on the weekly. Okay, but if you look at the weekly, I have 15 bars in this range. There we go. So I have 15 bars in this range, and I have a move of 1,400 points and then consolidation. So for me, the bigger picture is still to the upside. It's still to the upside. We are consolidating. We're not quite hitting the highs. We're hitting the close of the highs at the moment. So we're consolidating just above an all-time high. Uh, there is a potential to say that this is looking like a rounding, but until we break through these lows here, and I'd say the low, that low there, because there's three lows there now. So until we break through 12,957, I think range it is, and until we break above 13,457, it's still a range as well. Okay, so anyway, that's my view for today. I'm looking at trading to the upside. I'm looking at trading to the upside and trade the range. Okay, so trade the upside, look for this upside gap, top of range, take profit. You're going to want to keep your stops pretty tight below fractal levels, and I'll use a 12-minute for that. So for now, first stop area is 13,115. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. I hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.